Yo, we back. We are back after what 2 months off. We back. Here to talk a little shop, do some rants. We got some great things coming up. We probably gonna do two shows now that both me and C are done for the season as far as in coaching. Um,
Chill.
it's not something I'm proud of, brother. It's not something I'm proud of, but we are done for the season. It was a rough season. Some things we're gonna talk about obviously later on in the week. Regarding what P Mac bully. You were disrespectful, bro. His name that came up C Mac bullies. Hey, this is crazy. But we're gonna get into what we do best. We're gonna go to a rants. We're gonna start with Al. Um, we're gonna talk some NBA basketball, college football, and some NFL. Obviously, we got a full slate of NFL games today and what's going on in the NFL. So go ahead and take us out, Al.
What's up, everybody? It's good to be back. Good to see you, C. You're in your happy mood today, man. I'm glad to see that. Man. But man, I got a little rant, man. It's not even a little rant, man. Like I don't even know how to say this without making it seem weird. But man, let that little dude live. Y'all know who I'm talking about, man. It don't matter. He was a 55th pick. It don't matter if his daddy got him the job. He with his dad, man. And his dad's with his son. And if you could work with your kid, you would, man. If you could get your kid on, you'll get your kid on, man. Y'all hating this dude because y'all hate his daddy. That's kind of messed up, man. That's my only little rant. It's nothing major to it, but y'all know what it is, man. Black father, black son working together, man. That's it. He might be trash. So what, man? You know what I mean? I'm gonna leave. Hey. Or he might not be on. He might be trash. So
Snuck
what?
that in. He snuck that in.
I mean, so
I'm
what,
telling
man?
you, he decent. He
He all
decent.
right, man. He probably not. I mean, he whatever, man. You know, I seen worse picks. Put it that way, man.
Yeah, he decent.
Yeah.
He
Um,
better than all those Euros.
you and your euros. But no. First of all, coming from a Laker fan, I want to say congratulations. First of all, to Bronny for making it to the league, regardless of how he got there. Congratulations to the young man. He got a chance to, obviously, I don't think there's any question that him playing, he has not played again since what was this? Sorry, Tuesday. So it was clearly a photo op. We can clearly make that case that that's what that was for. It was for a photo op.
Yeah, just get it out the
Um,
way.
yeah,
You know what I
just
mean?
get it out the way. Buddy's not ready to play in the NBA. I think we can safely say that. And obviously we've been hearing that he's gonna probably go down to the G League soon. So I have no issue at this point, because ultimately he's gonna be where he's supposed to be, which is in the G League. I'm not even sure if he's good enough to be in the G League, but that's another discussion. Um,
Disrespect.
I mean, it's not. I mean, let's call it what it is. I mean, he was barely good enough to be on USC last year.
What?
So, I mean,
He had,
seriously. I
he had
mean,
a heart issue.
if-
He had a heart issue.
oh
This
God.
kid was a McDonald's All-American, guys. Like, he's not trash.
Hold on. Do you really want to go down that rabbit hole?
Listen, I'm just speaking
You
facts.
want to go on
Hey,
down
hey,
that rabbit
no,
hole?
hey, don't do it, see.
I
Don't go down that rabbit hole. Please don't go down that rabbit hole. Please don't do that. Don't bring up being a McDonald's All American as this is not 2006, 2007 where you sit up there and be like, guys, just become a McDonald's All American because they deserve it. Don't do that. Don't do that. We know it's politics. We know it's politics. But again, I'm very happy for the family. It was a nice moment. Good for ESPN to talk about.
And it's coming. And it's gonna happen again
It's hold on.
when little brother get there.
okay. The next time it's gonna happen is with the current best player in the NBA, Jason Tatum, and his son.
We can talk. We
He
can talk about that.
man, come on, man.
We can
He
talk
about
about
to
that
be.
when we get to NBA. We can talk about that when we get to NBA
I,
topics.
I ain't gonna. I said what I said. I ain't gonna repeat
Yeah,
myself.
we're not doing that today, bro. Um, So I guess I'll go. Speaking, kind of, I guess going along. Yeah, yeah, the real. Yeah, I'm not giving him that.
I knew out of here he come. He was.
Yeah, I'm not giving him that. But let's talk about this. I kind of want to. It's not necessarily a rant as much as it is just talking a little bit of shop. And we obviously as we go into college football, because that's what our first topic. Figure we can just go and throw it out. Um, I want to say congratulations to the Colorado Buffs. They are bowl eligible this year, which I think most people expected them to be, considering they went to the Big 12, no longer in the Pac-10, Pac-12, whatever they were called, whatever they were in last year. Um, but they're no longer in a loaded conference. So I think, and most people expected them to have a better record this year. And they picked up some great job by Dion and picking up some huge recruits. He beefed up that offensive line just a little bit. So I think the expectation was for them to do what they did. But I will say this, and I want to throw this to y'all, because I feel like we had this conversation just a little bit already. Um, Seeing as though this season is probably going to be a success, they're probably going to win I would say 8 to 9 games this year. Maybe even 10. They might even get to 10. Um, Based off of this success, knowing what's coming down the pipe with Travis Hunter going to the NFL, Dion going to the NFL, not Dion, Shador going to the NFL. Is Dion back next year? Has he done enough that he can sit up there and say, okay, I had success at Boulder, and then kind of sneak out the back door?
So can I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Where? Florida State?
So the answer simple is Florida State, but I wanted to address not in the loaded conference. Big 12 is the third best conference in America.
No,
Like let's
I'm
we
not.
gotta.
It's only 3 conferences.
It's 4. It's 4. It's no longer.
Who's 3?
I would still somewhat take the ACC over the Big 12.
The ACC with Pitt as the second best team.
It's a good football team, bro.
I'm not talking the Steelers. I'm talking about the Panthers.
Pitt is a good football team. What are we talking about?
Hey, man. You got to chill out, man. You got to chill. So the Big 12 is the third best conference. I'm not gonna say second, even though I should, but whatever. But the answer to your question directly is
we got some breaking news that I'm gonna throw on right before your rant that we can talk about. Go ahead.
He'll be at either Florida or Florida State. I think would be the two, or hear me out before I finish this. Dallas.
The Cowboys?
Be a Cowboy.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
He can't be with a grown man, bro.
I think he can coach at the next level.
He's not going to be a coach.
As long as he has offensive and defensive coordinators that can do their job.
As a head
that's
coach,
what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean that's literally what Sirianni's doing in Philly. Sirianni is not he's not offensive. He's not a defensive coach. I don't even know what Sirianni's I don't even know what he was before he became the Philly's head coach. He doesn't have a specialty. He doesn't have a specialty. He's never called plays or anything like that. Yeah, I don't know what his specialty was. I have to look that up. But that's literally what he does. His offensive and defensive coordinators, his special teams, they just do their job, and he basically is a guy that, keeps the temperature of the team where it's supposed
to. And the reason I said Dallas is, I mean, first of all, it's already a circus. You just need a circus manager for Jerry Jones. And what is Colorado currently? They're a circus. Let's call it what it is. They're a good football team, but they're also a circus. So
it's racist.
This has nothing to do with race.
You reached with that one.
Yeah, that was a reach.
You reached with that one.
No, no comments coming.
It's a show. Every week we pull up to watch Colorado's show. That's what all it is. Every week we pull up to watch the Dallas Cowboys show and laugh at them. That's what that.
Here's where I would push back on the potential of Dallas. Obviously, the Jerry Jones dynamic and that's really the biggest thing. The thing that he can do right now that he would not be able to do, especially in Dallas, pick his own players. He would have personnel decisions. It's not something that he would be able to do. That he has obviously at the college level now. While he is obviously the figurehead of Boulder, he is that guy at Boulder.
Why
Think
wouldn't he be able to do that in Dallas, man?
because Jerry Jones
He
is
would
literally the GM in Dallas.
he would do it under the reign of Jerry Jones, so it'd be the same thing.
No,
No,
but he was, but he,
no.
you don't think
Name a
Jerry?
name, name a
No,
head
Jerry
coach,
would
Jerry
concede to
Jones.
him.
No. Name a head coach, and Jerry's had quite a few that have had player personnel decisions since he's been there.
No,
It's
but
only
Dion
one.
was a player for Jerry Jones, though.
Yeah,
That's
it's
Like
like
Dion, like he won, like he
yeah.
got Jerry his last ring, man. Like he,
that
I think,
this is
and
that's what I was
and here,
getting at.
he
yeah.
got Jerry his last ring, but I would still maintain that even if you set up there and if Bill Belichick wanted to go to the Dallas Cowboys, I still don't think he would give up player personnel decisions.
I wouldn't give it up to Bill either.
I
You
agree.
know what I'm saying? And
I
Bill has
agree.
6 rings to fall back on.
I
6
Yeah,
agree.
rings as a
but
But he
coach.
would. I
So
think he
there's
would let Dion.
no,
Yeah.
there ain't
listen.
a chance in
He
hell.
has a personal relationship with Dion.
Right.
That's the thing. And then
That's
Bill Belichick,
Right.
we've seen his personnel.
Hold on. Didn't he have a personal relationship with Jason Garrett?
That's
That's why
different,
Jason
man.
was there that long.
That's
No, that's why
Garrett,
Jason.
bro.
That's why he was there that long. And Jason Garrett never got player personnel decisions. He never got that. And here's the thing about it as well. Just to piggyback off of that, it's not as if Jerry has done a horrible job as the GM. He has no reason to give up GM and duties. This is probably the one year that anybody's able to actually talk about the roster construction of Dallas. He's put some very good rosters on the field for the
They
Dallas
still have a
Cowboys in
top
the last
5
few years.
roster. So that's not the issue.
Yeah, a good roster every year, man.
Yeah, that's not the issue.
I don't know about top, but
They're loaded every year. They just stink when it comes time to win a game against a team that has a winning record.
Dion probably one of Jerry's favorite players, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
and that's
Jerry
fine.
would
But we
take
are
a
still
step
talking about
back.
Jerry. I don't see it. Not for Dion.
I ain't talking
Not
about a
for Dion.
full step back. I'm talking little half jab. Little don't peek inside corner. Don't peek in the backfield. That kind of stuff.
My DBs did it a lot this year. But they did that a lot this year. But nah, dog. No, I don't see that at all. But I'm glad we're on the same page as far as I don't see Dion staying at Boulder past this season. I don't think anybody should.
He's too big for it. Let's keep it real.
Not just that. I think they had enough success this year that he's scared. That I think that he's smart enough to understand that next year this isn't sustainable past this year. I think next year, obviously, it's not. We're talking.
No, it's not. It's not.
You're losing. We all big up Travis Hunter and Shador. Losing
future
them
Patriot Travis Hunter.
No. We big them up, as well as you're going to lose Joe Horn Jr. They are losing some guys that are huge components to that Buffs team coming out of this year. So I don't see them being good next year at all. Like, who's their quarterback going to be?
Well, Juju Lewis was there last night. You can flip him from USC. He can bring a few friends with him.
What's going on, Clarence? I don't see it. I'm sorry, bro.
It can happen.
I don't see them. I don't see them replicating.
But
doing this
he's not coming back just for the simple fact he has a $30 million contract, and you looking at coaches with $100 million contracts. Florida has unlimited cash.
For sure.
Florida State's got
resources.
Florida State's got resources and cash.
Yep.
So it's
Man, he can retire.
Get him UC boy. Get him UC boy some credit from yesterday too. They played a pretty tough game. It was a pretty good football game.
It was good.
The football program way better than the basketball program.
Florida State is. I mean, we do realize Florida State just last year went undefeated last year, Clarence.
Then they come on. Let's give context. They went undefeated in a terrible conference. They played a real team. They got their feelings hurt. They got embarrassed, and they ain't recovered since. My dog should have been playing for the title last year.
They're still gonna. I mean, that ain't got that. They don't have nothing to do with Florida
What
State.
they got to do with anything?
Yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with Florida. Neither one of y'all made it.
It does because listen. It showed we should have went in there, stomped a mud hole in the y'all. We could Texas washed just embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing we wasn't in the title game. And we had to show the world what we were capable of.
Yeah, I forgot they were capable of the title.
I mean, they had a good 8 or 9 guys out in that game too. Let's be fair with
so did we. Everybody keeps saying that. So did we.
Fair. Let's be fair, bro. But anyway,
our 8 or 9 was better than 8 or 9.
We did. Are we done with this topic?
Yeah.
All right. Breaking news, real quick. Guess who just got they coach fired?
No, it's not what happened, man.
Guess who just got their coach fired?
It's not. That's
what. Who you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, it's not what happened.
Who am I talking about?
This is. First of all, before breaking news, real quick, T. Higgins is inactive. Fantasy people and FanDuelers. Okay. So fly Eagles fly. But that's no. What you talking about is not what happened.
That is exactly what happened.
Leave that girl alone, man. Leave that girl alone.
Caitlin Clark is officially going into coach killer category. The Indiana Fever. The Indiana Fever make the playoffs for the first time in years, and they literally give their coach the axe. And here's the reason why. Here's the reason why. Now, mind you, she gets no credit for the way that team played after the Olympic break. That team was one of the best teams in the WNBA after the break.
That was night and day, man.
It was a night and day. It was a night and day basketball. Hold on. It was a night and day basketball team. But she got so much. Her and Aaliyah Boston got so much criticism, unwarranted criticism, to begin the season because of the way that team started off playing. Because everybody wanted them to play a certain way to fit Caitlin. And ultimately, she made that work. And what did they do to give her a thank you? Pink slip. That is crazy to me. The Caitlin Clark dynamic in the WNBA is something I've never seen before. It's something I've never. Well, I've seen it, but I'm gonna leave that alone.
Okay. To give context again, so after the Olympics, Indiana had a break.
A lot of people had a break. Chicago had a break. Chicago had a break. They went to tank.
They also one of their best players got hurt.
Kennedy. Yeah, Kennedy got hurt for sure.
Come on, man.
I'm just saying.
One of their best players.
Okay.
Miss Reese got hurt. So if you think about
who didn't get a break though? See, my bad. I don't mean to keep telling you up. My bad.
I mean, the Liberty had 2 players playing in the Olympics. So did the Aces. Minnesota did too, I think.
But that had no impact on what Indiana did in the second half of the season.
Caitlin Clark went from carrying the slums of Big Ten galore in Iowa for 4 straight years without a break. She finally got a month off to just chill.
Yeah, I'm sure that gave
a lot better.
I'm sure that
looked a lot better.
But that's also my point though. You're making my point. How much of that, her actually getting a rest, helped out with the coaching as well? It was, and mind you, it wasn't as if it was just Caitlin. Kelsey had a hell of a second half of the season. Kelsey went hard, bro.
She also needed a rest.
How long do you think they rested, man? Like they played about 30 games.
They had a month off.
They had about a month off.
But we acting like these girls do play in Europe and all these other places in the off season for
bro. Don't do that.
Like your body needs a rest.
They play 30 games a year, man.
Don't do that.
No, nobody talks about the WNBA being grueling, but I'm just saying you playing.
Okay, but here's the thing: they weren't the only people to get a rest. Is my point. That's not the only team that got a rest.
But it benefited them the most because of who they had.
Okay, even if you want to say it benefited them the most, They got better. That's period.
You're
Period.
supposed to get better.
That team went from night and day as far as basketball teams. How does the head coach not get any of that credit?
Who said they didn't? It may be something with the I don't
Wait,
know the situation. But I'm not about to say
you said she's fired. She didn't get credit.
listen.
She's currently looking for
I
a
know
new
what
job.
you're trying to do.
She's currently
We're
looking
not there
for a
yet.
new job.
We not there yet.
She's
Caitlin Clark is not 6'23". We not there yet. We
No,
not there.
I wasn't calling
Give
her
me
that.
one more year.
I wasn't calling her that. But what? Here's my
You
thing
was.
with Caitlin.
Give me one
No,
more
actually,
year.
I wasn't. Actually, I wasn't. Actually, I wasn't. I'm actually not blaming this on Caitlin Clark. I'm not blaming this on Caitlin at all. I want to make sure I
You
put
just
that.
called her a coach killer.
I was joking when I said it. I mean, tongue in cheek. Now, what I will say, however, is I will say her fan base, which her fan base is insane. Her fan
It's
base
strong
is
as
directly
6'23".
it is. I think that was directly responsible for her fan base was directly responsible for her coaching being fired. I don't think there's any question about that.
No, I disagree.
The criticism that her fan base gave to their coach early in the year, after the first game of the season, she was getting criticism.
No, you can't.
No. Here's the reason why I say it. Because it's the same fan base that had Aaliyah Boston was getting death threats for. It's that same fan base.
This is true.
This is true.
But that's not. But that's not a fan base based on legitimate basketball knowledge, man.
Fan base is fan base. Money is money. I mean, you don't have to think about from a basketball because from a basketball perspective, there's nothing else that you can point to that you can sit up there and say this woman deserves to lose her job. I'm sorry. There's nothing else you can point to. Had they actually been trash again this year, been in the lottery this year, then maybe you sit up there and say, yeah, we'll 2 years in a row we can't do that. But to sit up there and and reward this woman with
it's got to be more to it, man.
Yeah, there's more to. But again, and
like
now in the
it took
defense
too
of
long for it to
Fever,
happen.
Surface level, I'll give you on the surface. That's what it said. That's what it appears to be.
Back-to-back number 1 overall picks. You kind of expect a little bit more.
But she wasn't. To be fair,
Well, what do you expect? I mean, what more can you expect from back-to-back number 1 picks?
I mean, but you made the playoffs this year.
They went to the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Well, damn near everybody goes to playoffs in the WNBA.
Don't do that.
It's 8 teams, 7 make it.
Didn't they win the first round?
No, they didn't win it. They
lost.
That's the problem.
They got a bad matchup in the first round. A bad matchup in the first round. They got a really bad matchup. And they're a young basketball team. Extremely young.
That's a decent roster, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
with those back-to-back picks, them number ones, you know what I mean? Like that's a decent.
Yeah, we acting like they slums like this. It's a decent roster, man.
It's a decent roster. Do that.
I mean, the whole league is damn near a decent roster.
Don't do that.
Spoon got fired too in Chicago, and she was having success.
And she didn't make the playoffs.
She didn't make the playoffs.
But she got fired before they didn't make the playoffs.
No, she got fired basically when they knew they weren't making it.
No,
that's where she got fired. It was basic. No, it was.
No, they were done. They were done.
They were done, bro. They were done. And mind you, I will be honest with you. I don't think she deserved to lose her job. I believe she could have used an extra year.
They had two of the top sevens or something.
Yeah, they had they drafted.
So is Ms. Risa coach killer too?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. That's
a real coach killer though.
No. Angel literally said she was upset about her getting she was literally upset about her Teresa losing her job. So I can safely say that wasn't on Angel.
What's the definition of a coach killer? What's the definition?
We haven't heard from Caitlin Clark. It just broke. She hasn't done a press conference or anything. She could be hurt.
What is the coach killer? What's the definition,
Good.
man?
I was joking. I was joking when I called her a coach killer.
You was not.
But what's the definition?
I was joking. I was joking. I said it with a smile on my face, bro.
What's the definition?
You always got
man?
a smile on your face.
What's the definition?
My definition. You really want to go there? No, I don't. No, because that's opening up a whole other can of worms. No, I'm not.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, let's revisit this when we get to the NBA. Let's revisit this when we get to the NBA.
Go ahead.
But if you look at Webster's dictionary, you'll see
go
4
ahead.
jerseys with 6 and 23 on them. That's
try to give it
right there.
Try to give a definition without mentioning Lil Bean, yo.
Lil Bean is crazy.
6 and 23. That's all I'm gonna say. 6 and 23.
Little Bean is crazy. Little Bean is
Bean
crazy.
and kill more coaches. Hey, come on, man.
Why do you have to always bring up Kobe, bro? That's
the guy who does have the most misses in NBA history.
He got his coach fired after 5 games, yo.
You talking about Mike Brown?
Yep.
I mean, Cass get fired after going to the NBA Finals.
He was there for 2 years.
Cats go to the NBA Finals and get fired.
It's only and hold on.
5 games to the season.
If you really want to go there,
he got fired twice.
Who?
Bean didn't he get fired from there twice?
Hey man, that 4 Loco hitting hard.
No.
4 Loco, man.
No, you talking about Byron. Byron Scott got fired from there twice, but there's a reason why he's been fired from there twice. He's the coach. He's literally the coach you hire.
The bridge. He's the bridge coach.
He's the coach you hire to get to the lottery. That's why he was fired that many times. But if you want to bring up Kobe has had a habit. He does have a history. Of getting a coach getting a coach released for sure.
That's a coach killer.
Hold on. Because obviously his first stint with Phil, obviously Phil wasn't back because of his relationship with Kobe. That's the reality of the situation. I can acknowledge that, right? I can acknowledge that.
I can't because David Blatt exists. Anyway, it's my rant turn.
And hold on.
David
and then
Blatt.
obviously, I'm not. We're not about to do that. And obviously, we all know he is too. But also, as far as the Mike Brown situation, he did want Rudy T that year, and Rudy T is who ultimately got his Achilles fucking fucked up. So, I mean, that was kind of karma on Kobe's spot. So, go ahead and go to your.
All right, as long as we can agree.
Yeah, David Blatt, Ty Lue. That's what we agree on. Anyway, my rant is very basic, very simple. This whole notion of these college football players just opting out the red shirt to so they can enter the portal. This is the sickest thing in the history of sports entertainment today. And I just finished the Vince McMahon documentary, and this is sicker than what was going on in that. Like I can't even look at these college kids with a straight face. You got to be kidding me. That UNLV quarterback, y'all sitting up here defending him left and right. They didn't pay him $300,000. Bro, you're 4-0. You keep winning, you about to get $3 million in the NFL. Like what are we doing? We just opting out just to opt out because we can't get paid.
Well, I told y'all that shit was bogus. I told y'all day one I didn't know.
What was bogus?
The NIL, bro.
I told the NIL ain't gonna work, man.
It's never gonna work, yo.
It's never gonna work.
It's never gonna work, yo.
Hold on. So, in my opinion,
day one.
Huh?
Day one, I said is.
Well, here's the thing with NIL though. In my opinion, it's not being regulated yet. So we can't sit up there and say it's never gonna work when the floodgates are completely open. Right now, the floodgates are open. There's no regulation to it. So
when you regulate, you delete. So
you're gonna delete stuff, and it's not.
Yes.
And there's gonna be loopholes.
There needs to be some regulation of NIL. The fact of the matter is that hold on. Once the NCAA were deemed to be crooks, the crooks that they were, the gates they just opened up the gates, and that was the wrong way to do it. That was the wrong way to do it. That was the wrong way to do it, but we're here now. And ultimately, I do believe that at some point you are going to get regulation of this type of stuff because you get a team like you get the quarterback for you from UNLV that sits up there and basically says, "No, I'm not playing no more because I feel like I ain't being paid enough." That's a problem for sure. You agree to a certain amount and now you don't want to play. That's a problem. I agree with you on that. But to sit up there and make it a group statement that it's not, there's no way it can work. I think that's too premature.
No.
But so as a Georgia fan, it hit us twice. Like Jaden Ryden, whatever his name, he's backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Florida promised him $13 million over 4 years. They didn't give it to him. Now he's back with Georgia. First of all, idiot, you should have never left us to go to Florida. That was stupid in its own.
13 million reasons to leave, y'all motherfuckers.
13 million, bro. The salary for a second round pick quarterback is 20 million over 4. You got to do the math.
So he was gonna double it up.
You got to do the math. Like you wasn't gonna be a second round pick coming out of Florida with that BS they got for the next 4 years. That just is just we're not thinking. We're thinking. These kids are thinking with instant gratification. That's
why I would never like. Come on, man.
But that's a cultural problem with us. But that's another topic for another day.
No, it's not. You can't say
that's
like
another
that.
topic for another day because a lot of stuff happens because we want instant gratification. But
you can't have.
Bray can speak to this because he works with the youth, and you give them a little bit of chips and paper, they do some things. So, but regardless of that, then we got a kid from Georgia. We said you can play. You're gonna start as a freshman. You're a 5-star D tackle. You good, bro. Lincoln Riley flashed him some cash. Buddy plays 2 games, gets frustrated. I need more money. Leaves USC. Now he's auctioning himself off to the highest bidder. Seems like a slave auction to me. Highest bidder, take me.
What is?
Like, come on, man.
I mean, hold on. Isn't that what basically NFL free agency is?
That's what it is. But see, these are amateurs. These are kids.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't believe the whole amateur status is not a thing. It should not be a thing with college football, with college sports, college athletics. When you have these athletes bringing in the money that they are bringing in, because what you're saying is, it does matter. It does matter because the universities are literally making money off the backs of these kids.
McDonald's making money off the backs of these kids. McDonald's making money off 16-year-olds and shit. Like that's the nature.
We keep saying the university's making money, guys. Without the university, we don't know who these kids are.
They don't have shit without the university. They get free exposure.
Let's free exposure.
They travel in the world. They eat for free. They get free training, free doctors. They eat for free, free clothes, free room board. They getting every fucking thing.
A free 4-year degree, like
a degree that no other 19-year-old is getting. The other 19-year-old working at McDonald's for
because you're a bit because $15. Here's the thing though.
McDonald's is a multi-billion-dollar corporation. Like everybody has a role to play, man, and your role is to play college ball until you can get to the next level to make some money. That's it.
No. There's no way in hell you can sit up there and tell me that it's okay for you to sell my jersey in your store with my name without my name on it, and I don't give you no money.
So cap it at jersey sales. The only NIL money you can get is from jersey sales. How about that?
No. I need because here's the reason why. Because if I can make money from signing autographs, if I can make money from doing different events, I should be able to do that. If I can be a spokesman, okay, but that's NIL. That's part of NIL.
That's not 13 million. Ain't no 13.
That's not a 13 million.
That's not $13 million worth of autographs, yo.
Hold on, though. Y'all said NIL can't work, but then you tell me that okay, go ahead and do that. Part of the problem with the NIL back in the day was the fact that you couldn't do stuff like that. You couldn't do that. We could. Here's the thing: Terrell Pryor couldn't do it. There's guys who could not do that. That you can't just say go do that and say you can't do NIL. They're both the same. Name, image, and
What I'm
likeness.
saying, okay,
They go
go
hand
do
in
all of
hand.
that. Go do all
Okay,
of that stuff.
but okay. So now, to my point, there needs to be regulation. So now you're agreeing with me that there should be some regulation to it. That is that the point is
What
not.
are you regulating? You regulating autographs, or you regulating the 13 million over 4 years?
What I'm regulating is the ability for these kids to. First of all, I don't think there's a certain level, a certain amount that I don't believe that they should be able to make. I do believe that. I do believe that there's a certain amount that they shouldn't be able to make. But I still believe they should be able to make some money off of their name, image, and likeness. Whatever that's going to be, I believe that I can't like
I can I can
I
I
haven't
can
done
agree
as
with that.
much research with that
I can
I
as
can
far
agree
agree
as
with
with
that,
that.
what.
Yeah, sell
but
your
at the
autographs.
same
You get
time,
the jersey. You get a percentage of jersey sales. Home and away jersey. You can sell autographs. You can go be a
your name, you
spokesperson
get
for
paid
And that's
for
whoever.
always been my
college
thing.
for
That's
NCAA
always been my
usually
thing. It's
Just
never
throwing
been.
money. Throwing money is
It's
the
never
problem.
the
here's the
throwing.
thing. It's never been my thought process for a college to be able to just pay you. I've never been a proponent of that. But what I
But
have
that's
always
what's
been able
happening.
to,
They
but what I
getting these
have been
donors to pay
How much
you
you think a
through
college
the
degree is
college.
worth, man? How much you think it costs to go to Georgia for 4 years?
to go to Georgia for 4 years, well, we probably talking probably about $150,000.
250, bro.
Okay,
I was about 100,000.
okay. Now you got a kid. Okay, you got a football player. You get that for free,
Okay,
right?
85 scholarship players. 85 people on scholarship
that's
For free,
fine.
for free,
That's
for
fine.
football. Then
just
you
for
That's
have
football,
basketball, swimming, tennis,
right?
baseball, lacrosse,
Right.
field hockey, regular hockey.
Then you got regular. Then you got regular 19-year-old as a decent student that's going to Georgia for 4 years,
Mhm.
who's not getting it for free,
And
who's at the school to actually
trust me, I get that. I get that.
do some
I get
shit
that.
academically. You know what I mean?
I get that. But here's the thing: we're do some things academically. Here's my thing though. They're not the same. They're not bringing the same amount of money to the school. That's my point.
It's
They're
not
not
about what
bringing the
you
same
bring in
amount
there,
of money.
though. You don't.
It's it's commodity. At the end of the day,
So
I'm a commodity.
No.
so I got two main issues. So now one, this is a trickle down effect because now it's been happening for years, but okay, I definitely don't agree with that. The kids don't listen to what's on the screen. Get a degree, man. They can never take that away from you. They don't want us to have that.
No, most
whoa,
people don't make millions
whoa,
in general.
whoa.
Yeah.
I'm not with
Actually,
church
yeah,
as
with
far
a degree, you'll make them. You'll make
as far
over
as
time.
far
You'll
as
make millions.
as far as just go get a degree. That's not where I'm at.
Get a
Either go get a
trade, something.
go get a degree or get a trade. Point blank.
I'm not
Period.
about to say F a degree. I'm not
Yeah,
ready.
I'm not about to say that. Yeah, I'm not about to say that.
No. But so the trickle down effect, the street pharmaceutical salesman giving Lil Ray some cash for getting some touchdowns in the
Hush.
Little League championship.
There we go.
This is what we getting at.
It is.
This is the territory we're reaching in
It
college
is.
football.
It is.
Hold on, fellas.
Now you got on that silly hat.
100%.
Bray got on that silly hat. The Barstool owners talking about $10 million a year. I get us a quarterback.
Right.
Like, how can Northern Illinois,
The
Akron, Kent
Mac
State,
is done. The Mac is done.
how can they compete with that?
They're
Jason
done.
Taylor swears he didn't go to Akron. He ain't giving $1 to Akron.
The Mac is done, man.
Like the damn Heisman, who the Heisman is named after. His statue is in the middle of the Akron campus. His family got millions. They not giving $2 to get a superstar quarterback.
You
But
want to go to
Barstool got to give
You want
Michigan
to go
$10
start
million.
for OU, or you want to go to Texas Tech and be a backup for $1 million a year. Like, is
That's
that
what I'm
simple,
saying.
man?
Come on, man. Competitive balance, man.
Is
Like,
that simple?
Barstool got giving Michigan $10 million a year for a quarterback for them to still run the ball 40 times and play action twice to Midwestern tight ends and beat O State because O State ain't got nothing in the middle. Come on, man. Come on. Stop this. Stop this.
Here you go, man. See, he
Yeah.
gonna he
All right,
gonna
now,
always get one there. He got two in one sentence.
now,
That's kind of good.
we can honestly, I think we're not as far away on our opinions as what y'all thought we were, because my
Yes,
thought
the hell
process
we
is
are.
always my thought process always been, if Nike, Reebok wants to come and pay a player who's a college athlete at 18, 19, 20 years old, they should be able to do it.
Yeah,
They
they all gonna be able to do.
They should be able to do that. They should be able. Well. I mean, hey,
Ain't none
whatever.
of them gonna be in Miami of Ohio.
Hey, whatever. Because here's the thing that's already happening in high school anyway. Here's the thing: we complain about stuff that was already happening. It was already happening. They just made it legal. Now you can actually put a face to it.
We're not about to talk about high school recruiting because
See, I
that's
already
a
know.
sick,
See,
sick
look,
world.
I can see it in C's
That's a
face,
sick,
yo.
sick world. So don't open that one.
We already.
Open that one.
I mean, for real. Let's call it what it is.
See. Imagine your boy with NIL money, man. What kind of roster he'll put together in high school?
Cats living in Avondale going to all kinds of schools at this point.
Hey, like you said, it's already happening. All I can offer is about 2 Uncrustables.
I mean, the greater Dayton area, you going from Avondale to the greater Dayton, Liberty Township area. I don't know how that happened, but hey. It's all good.
Hey, we'll get into this on Wednesday, but I am now very much against open enrollment going forward. Neighborhood schools, please.
It's no open enrollment in the CMAC, bro. That's why you against.
I know that's the problem.
I keep trying to tell you that, man.
I don't understand that now. All right.
I was tripping.
Yeah, not at all. Let's get into there go my boy Chris. 2 Uncrustables is hilarious. Hey, it might be 4 messing around with our players, Chris. So let's get into college football real quick. Who's the teams that's probably the most I would guess impressive, and who's the team that you would sit up there and say is shit wet in the bed?
Most impressive.
Ohio State.
Without you saying Georgia, bro.
No, because we stink. But most impressive right now is Oregon. Not just because they number one.
Okay.
But
that would have been my pick.
I didn't think Dylan Gabriel would like mesh right now the way he is.
Offense. That offense is tailored. I mean, you saw what it did with Bo Nix.
Dylan Gabriel is really bad though. Like, he's really bad.
Bo Nix was really
Bo Nix is decent. He just played.
But I don't know if anybody who was giving Bo Nix that type of love when he was at Auburn, bro.
He was in the SEC. It's a different style of play than this goofy Big Ten stuff.
Here we go. Here go the bias. They're going to bias.
Come on, man. Like SEC ball is real ball, not this Big Ten Midwest.
He wasn't in the Big Ten last year. He wasn't in the Big Ten last year. He was in the Pac-10. Don't do that.
And he lost.
You just want to throw a shot.
You
wanted to throw a shot. You wanted to throw a shot.
Twice.
Cut it out. But you bigged up.
Twice.
Hold on, but you bigged up that same Washington team. So don't do that.
He lost to Washington twice.
Don't do that. You bigged up that same Washington team.
Oregon. I'm mildly impressed with and I got to, I'm gonna be biased, but I got to
Indiana, man.
No.
Yeah.
Texas A&M. Texas A&M. I didn't know if Buddy could come to the SEC with all that offensive hoopla that he's got going on. It's working for the most part at Texas A&M. Still ain't playing a lick of defense, but they got that oil money and they got an offensive genius out there. So that's gonna be interesting. Indiana ain't playing nobody. I'm not about to hype up Nebraska.
You play who's on the schedule, man.
I'm not about to hype up Washington. These are teams they beat. I'm not hyping those guys up. Like y'all want to say Indiana? Yeah, Indiana's ain't no cool.
Chris,
yeah, Bo Nix was there 10 years.
Indiana has a gauntlet coming up where they get Old State, Michigan, and Penn State, I think, and then
we about to see how good Indiana is.
Then per stink at the end, Purdue, whatever they're called.
Per stink.
I
Go ahead,
don't
Al.
really care.
Go ahead, Al. Who you saying?
I already threw mine in there, man.
Okay. So I'm go.
Ohio State, Indiana, Michigan look kind of, I don't know, man, but
You said Ohio State is impressive. You said impressive.
yeah. What they do? What they barely lost on the road to the number one team,
They don't have a quarterback, and they still
and they still barely lost to the number one team on the road.
Oh, and that same team got lost by 48 to us 2 years ago. But neither here nor there.
2 years
The
ago.
problem with Old State is the same thing every single year. They recruit DNs and corners. The problem with that is you need
Receivers.
2 D tackles and 2 linebackers in the middle of that defense. This is why Michigan continues to beat them. They are soft up the middle.
Continues to beat them.
Yeah.
Recently,
the class of 2024.
Michigan got 3 wins in 15 years, man.
The class of 2024 has never seen Old State beat Michigan.
Okay.
I just these are the facts.
That's three out of the last 15 years, man.
That's 3 wins versus 0.
You gotta respect that man's opinion, bro.
That's 3 out of 12. That's
Again,
3 out of 12.
Michigan's not doing anything.
That's 3 out of
special.
12, yo.
They're taking advantage of Old State's mentality of we don't want linebackers or good D tackles. So we're just gonna speed rush and hope you throw picks. It works in the Big Ten because ain't no damn athletes. But then when you get to play real teams, that middle is soft inside.
So I wouldn't go as I'll go impressive with Ohio State.
If they're to beat Oregon, then it would be impressive, right?
Somewhat, yeah, somewhat.
I saw. No.
Here's
see what he said.
Here's the reason why.
They beat them. Hold on. His most impressive team is Oregon. 2 weeks ago, had Ohio State beating Oregon on the road in Oregon. Ohio State was then still not being impressive, even being undefeated and beating Oregon in Oregon. See how that logic don't add up?
If you didn't have that four logo right now, maybe you could be Bill Gates. We don't know. Like coulda, shoulda, woulda. I don't go by that. I know that guy number 18 calling the hike and doing the clap for Old State to hike the ball. He stinks. He's really bad. He's going to cost this most talented team in the nation a national championship because he's awful. I can't be impressed by someone who's led by someone who's awful.
Okay. Really, I'll give a real quick rebuttal and then I'll give mine. As far as Ohio State, as far as being the most impressive, I would say no. Mostly because they were everybody kind of already talked about how loaded they were coming into. I mean, that was what we kind of kept hearing was how loaded this Ohio State roster was. So as far as impressive, I don't know if I would call them impressive. But I think there were 2 teams that I think you threw out there one team that I am impressed by. Indiana. Indiana's football has been pretty bad the last few years. So they're having a good season. Regardless of how they look the last this gauntlet, they're clearly building something. They've done well. So I'm gonna give kudos to Indiana. Penn State's the other one. They've been very impressive to me. I've been very impressed by Penn State. Their offense looks a whole lot better than they and this could be Big Ten bias coming out of me.
It is,
but it could be.
Penn State looks like this every year. They go 10-3, and then isn't game.
No. That offense is trash, yo.
No.
Yeah, the offense
isn't next week game day at Penn State? This is where they go. They lose 3 straight when they lose to Old State, Michigan, and Randall, and they lose their bowl game.
That's fair.
They beat up on. They don't beat the good teams in the Big Ten. This is Penn State's MO. This is what James Franklin does every single year. They're undefeated up until they start playing Old State and Michigan. Then they get embarrassed by one of them. Then they get absolutely demolished by the next one. then they beat up on Iowa to end the season, and then they lose the bowl game. It's the same script every year for Penn State. Nothing has changed. I can't be impressed by that. It's the same script.
Here's my thing. And you're not necessarily wrong about that. What I will say to Al's point is that their offense looks a lot better than it has over in previous seasons. They're usually a very reliant football team on the running game, where this year they've actually been able to throw the football fairly well.
Cool. They can throw on Purdue.
Man, the offense was trash.
Yeah,
You
their
know what I mean?
offense is pretty bad. But that's only why. That's not like I'm sitting up there saying that they're a national championship team. I just believe that that I've seen at least them get a little bit better from on the offensive side of football. I've been very impressed by what they've been able to do offensively. As far as teams that I am very much down on, for sure, the University of Michigan. Even though this year, kind of, I mean, most Michigan fans already knew that we were going through a transition. Whole new coaching staff. You have 14 starters that went to the NFL or graduated. We knew that this was going to be a year that we weren't going to be very good. We knew, and ultimately, the national championship was just a bid for us to take this ass whooping all year.
Yeah, he knew when to get out.
Yeah,
He knew when to get
everybody.
out.
Well, I honestly, I think if Harbaugh's still there, we're not this bad.
Ain't entitled.
Yeah, offensive, whatever, dude. You gotta let that go. But the other disappointing team,
Notre
for me
Dame.
has got to no. Why would I say Notre Dame?
Yeah, that was one of mine.
Okay. I'll let you go in a minute. But it's got to be for me. It's got to be Bama. Um, even though I do understand losing Nick Saban is tough. It's I did not expect for them to struggle like they've struggled against certain teams. Um, they came out, beat Georgia, and I'm like, okay, maybe he got something. Maybe this new coach know what the hell he's doing.
No,
And then and then it was almost like 2 weeks in a row they wet the bed. So it's like I don't know what's going on with them. So, but
I gotta chill. Did they beat us? Yeah, but that was Schumann calling the plays in the first half defensively, and we getting cooked. And then Kirby said, "Okay, enough is enough."
whatever it was, they
So
cooked y'all in that first half. I mean, it is what
that's
it is.
Schumann. That's corrected. We got that corrected. Ask Texas, did we get it corrected? Okay, but well, I was gonna use Notre Dame, so I guess I got two others.
No, I said Michigan first. Well, go ahead.
But my first one. Now I've called this man the most overrated entity in college football, and it continues. Lincoln Riley, USC, bro. How are you
Yeah,
losing to Minnesota and you got nothing but California athletes?
Fair play.
You can a California athlete cannot lose to a lumberjack. That does not make sense.
That's a good one. I like that one. I like that one
That
for sure.
that makes zero plausible sense
Yeah.
whatsoever.
I'll go with that. I like that.
And then secondly, and it's Texas's fault for this team, but Oklahoma. So Texas, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, started building up their recruiting base to be an SEC team. They come to Oklahoma, hey, let's keep the rivalry going. Come with us to the SEC. Cool, we'll go revenue, whatever.
Straight
Make
setup.
it even a more superior conference, which it is. But Oklahoma got set up by Texas, and they look horrible. Like they look absolutely awful. They have
But Texas
nothing in the
kind of like
trenches.
SEC anyway, man.
Texas is SEC. Oklahoma's not.
I mean, but Texas was already kind of like SEC.
They was.
Yeah,
Oklahoma should have went to the Big Ten. That's
yeah,
more their
yeah,
style
yeah,
of play.
yeah.
And Venables, I love Venables. Great defensive mind. Fired the OC for whatever reason. OC's not at fault that you don't have the athletes to keep up with the superior South talent. Like that's not his fault. So
This shit do kind
Oklahoma
of
and
look like
USC,
a
my
poor
two.
loco.
It is. It's
It's
cool.
not.
All right. You got anything else you want to cover with college football?
One last thing. My dogs win the title this year if Stetson Bennett with tattoos play some football.
Stetson
And
Bennett with tattoos.
y'all be the first to say I'm biased. The Georgia quarterback position is the most frustrating thing in all of college football. We
Okay, so
continue to start the wrong guy.
if it's not if it's not Georgia, who you got winning from that?
Uh,
Say Oregon, man.
Texas.
Yeah, that was my pick.
Texas.
I was picking.
Anthony Hill Jr. is probably the third best defender in the nation. Texas has just a plethora of weaponry on offense, and I think Ewers will be hurt or benched by the time the playoffs come around. So
No, that's why I was going to ask you who's the quarterback, man.
it's Ewers for now, but Buddy throwing 2 picks versus Vandy is not ideal.
What's up, Tyrone?
That's not ideal at all. Old State got the most talent. Like if we just went from paper and talent, it would be Old State, but that guy 18 is god awful, and I kept telling Old State fans, but I'm a hater, so I don't speak on Old State much.
Man, he like an 85 on the game, ain't
Yeah, but in real life, he's like a 58.
he?
You throwing the Julio Moss and still throwing interceptions. I don't understand. That doesn't make sense.
You call him Julio Moss?
Bro,
That's
he's Julio
insane.
Moss.
That's insane. That's insane.
Julio Moss.
All right. Let's talk. Let's get
And Bama got Jerry Owens. So
relax.
hey man, I'm calling how I see it. These two kids.
Relax, bro. Relax. Yeah, you got to chill out, bro. So we got obviously we got some NFL games today. The season's been kind of weird, or is it just me? I think I think to quote you, there's been some really bad quarterback play. This year.
It's been like that for the last 10 years. Where you been at,
Yeah,
bro?
it's been some really bad quarterback play, some uneven defense. I mean, if you want to talk, since since Al ain't here yet, we can talk a little bit of Patriots. How you feeling about the boys right now?
For us to be fans of the same team, our opinions differ so much.
They do.
So I told you we should have started Drake May from day one. You gotta let the kid get the bumps and bruises. If we gonna suck, we can draft another QB. Drake May had more
Do you
mental
draft
fortitude.
Do you draft another quarterback after 1 year though? I don't think you do that.
Hey man, we got to change it up. Like every GM does the same formula. Clearly, it's not working, so switch it up. Somebody be different. It's like kids walking around in high school. Everybody dressing the same, and they talk about the one kid that's dressing different. Then eventually, everyone dresses like that kid. This is what the NFL GMs need to do. Like, oh, let's just pay our quarterback $200 million. Let's be the team that not pays our quarterback $200 million and spread that $200 million out through the roster.
You don't have a choice. If you got that guy,
you don't have. Who has that guy? There's only one team that has that guy. You're in Kansas City. You're in Kansas City. That's the only team that has that guy.
What's his name? I know what you say his name.
Nope.
All right, Jamar Chase.
Brittany's husband. Okay. Brittany's husband has that.
Okay. All right.
That's the only guy. So
I want to.
The Patriot. We should have started Drake May, and then you keep saying the defense this and defense that, bro. We lost a guy who had 160 tackles last year, and the anchor and best player on the defense, and we lost Peppers. We lost. What is my big thing about defense? You need a D tackle, you need a linebacker, and you need a box safety. We lost the 3 of those, and that's why our defense looks the way it does.
I don't know if you need a box safety. I was with you until you said box safety, but we can agree to disagree. I will say this though. I get losing those guys. What I will say is this though, as far as the defense, because we've had the conversation about the defense. It's depth. I would have loved to have a lot more depth and a lot more. And I guess that's not really on Gerard. That's more so obviously on Bill the last few years drafting. Elliott Wolf. I've been asking Elliott to make some moves. He didn't. But the other thing that I would love to see a little bit more of is also creativity. The defense looks very vanilla to me. Where teams can literally just line up against us and they can just do whatever they want. At least the last few weeks. I will give you credit for this though. Drake probably should have started week 1. He probably should have started
week 1. Not the guy.
It wasn't about him being the guy. It was about protecting Drake. But at this
Can't
point,
protect people.
I would say this though. At this point, I would say we were probably a 3-14 if Drake is the quarterback. We won.
He protects himself. Like he again. This isn't a
he's taking some shots, bro.
this isn't
Drake's
a
taking
kid.
some shots.
Yeah, but the difference is the difference between him and Mac Jones. Mac Jones came from Alabama, so he played with a bunch of talent. He played with great offensive line. He didn't have a mental fortitude in Alabama. This is why initially I didn't want him, but once I got him, I had to rock with him. Drake May came from North Carolina.
You had to lie to yourself.
Name his weaponry.
You had to lie to yourself. But I get it. I get it. But I think we both were excited. We were both excited about Drake once we drafted him. Once we drafted him, I was high on Drake May. No. I'm
not talking about that.
You were first.
You keep saying I wanted Mac Jones. Who did I want?
I don't remember who you wanted.
I wanted Zach Wilson. That's who I want.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did want that.
I never wanted Mac Jones. I knew that.
We actually came out with a better quarterback. We actually came out with a better quarterback.
I don't know about that. The Jets gonna jet, so I don't know.
Whatever, dude.
But
Zach is terrible.
But the mental fortitude of coming from North Carolina with no weaponry, no line, and he's rocked with it before, so I knew he could rock with it now.
What you said that conference was trash? Let's put that out there. ACC conference. He said that conference.
ACC stinks.
So he was doing that in a bad conference compared to what Mac Jones.
But he had a bad team to go along with.
Yeah, I get where you're going, but I ain't about to let you get this one off because of what you was just.
They stink. Stink with stink equals more stink, right?
So no. I got your ass, and I'm not about to let you get off. But so it's all right. It's all right. But
mental fortitude, like he's used to not having people protect him. He's used to having to figure it out as he goes along. That's why I needed him to start. But we didn't have him start, and then we had Brisket Sandwich out here throwing for 100 yards a game and putting the defense in bad positions. And again, no. But we're going to win today, though.
Whatever.
We got this today.
Whatever. I can't hear you. Can't hear you, Al.
4 locals in the way. That's why you can't hear me.
Ain't no damn 4 local, man.
It definitely looked like Ford Loco, but it's crazy to me the amount of injuries that we've had too this year. Like at this point, at what point does the NFL sit up there and say, "Okay, we having crazy injuries during the season, regardless. Why don't we just prioritize preseason even more? We got to try something different because I feel like the injuries are getting worse in the NFL with some of these guys. I'm happy for Brandon Ayuk, by the way. Whose problem is it?
It's the players.
The NFL, they're catering to the players, though, right?
No. The off-season training of these players is stupid. Y'all, and I hate to bring him up because he plays for a rival team, but he's kidding. But Derrick Henry's only had one serious injury in his career, which he came back from mid-season. The training of these players is stupid. Like they doing a lot of cats ain't hitting weights. They're not doing body exercise. They just doing body exercises.
How do you know?
They post it's the age of social media. You can see all
they post the videos.
But just because they post a workout does not mean that that's all they're doing.
They post the videos, man. How you think I know?
Like these cats they just doing a bunch of push-ups and pull-ups. You playing football, bro. You have to push steel. Ask Michael Jordan. Y'all seen the last damn
Actually, you don't, man. Actually, that's a misnomer.
Buddy was pushing steel. Now, the second thing, you having a bunch of leg injuries. Why are you having a bunch of leg injuries? They're training on turf.
How do you know? You saw the videos.
These cats train on turf. You got to go back to the roots. You got to train on grass, man.
You know everything. You got the solution to everything. See,
I definitely got the solution for everything. I'm trying to figure out how you know exactly how they train it.
Like, look at Derrick Henry.
Bro, man.
Where does Derrick Henry train?
Grass. On the farm, some goddamn where?
Grass. You got to do grass. It's easier on the joints, bro.
The biggest running back in the league. He don't like that's why he don't get hurt.
Where my guy Gates at? because he'd be the main one to say the Jet Stadium and that terrible AstroTurf. Everyone gets hurt just because of the turf.
Oh, that was shit. That was a decade ago, man.
They still doing it. You got to train on grass. You got to stop doing push-ups and pull-ups and thinking, yeah, I'm that guy. No, bro, you got to hit some steel. Train on
No, they ain't
grass,
got
hit some
nothing to
steel.
do.
That's okay.
I think it's more so the guys are not playing I'm gonna blame it more on preseason. As far as especially and not to get too far in high school. Um, that was one of our issues this year. As we weren't able to get contact a lot. Based off OSHA rules, we could only have 2 weeks worth of contact.
That's kids, though, man.
But it's coming down from somewhere. It's filtering down. That's my point.
But if you're 30 years old, man, you done had enough contact in your life.
But my point is, it filters down. What is being done at the top in the NFL, in college, it filters down to the high school level. There was a time where you could legitimately do two-a-days all through June and July. All through June and July, where it was contact. Now you can't do that. We technically couldn't even have contact until the first week of August. Technically, we couldn't get
saw the
contact.
video. She released video of somebody doing it.
You feel me? Like, we could not do that until the first week of August, and I can't
follow the rules.
Right? I can't tell you how many kids. I don't want to get too far into high school, but I can't tell you how many kids we had drop from injuries within the first few weeks. Whether it was
but see, that's different though.
You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like similar.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. Professional level, I disagree. High school level,
I agree with Al on that one. Professional level, ain't had enough.
Based off of what?
I'm telling you, this
you
off
had
season
enough
training
contact.
is terrible.
You didn't have enough contact. 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds, you're gonna have to get out there and get used to that shit, man.
Well, here's my thing. I don't think you had enough contact. I don't think that because you get guys who get, especially when you look at a guy like Brandon Ayuk, who was able to hold out. Daniel went into 2-3 weeks into the season. Now he has a torn ACL. So it's to me, it's but like guys got.
His was contacted though. His was through.
Yeah, that's not like that's some.
His is not
That's some fluke shit, man. I mean, people get hurt.
But I kind of agree with you. Preseason needs to be more a priority, but also, these teams gotta. I don't know. Monitor's not the right word, but they gotta, and regulate's not it. But they gotta kind of oversee these off-season trainings. Don't just do them.
Let me ask you this: should they should it be more mandatory for mini camps and OTAs and stuff like that?
No,
those are more mandatory instead of, because some of them are optional. Some of them are optional. You get guys who like veterans who don't get
rookies.
out there.
You want to do rookies? Yeah. You want to put it up
rookies?
First
but I'm not about
2-3 years. Man, why the fuck I got Ray Lewis out here playing preseason, man?
I'm not about. Yeah, I'm not about to have somebody who plays for.
Ray Lewis played. When at his time he did play. Ray Lewis would give you at least a quarter of preseason action. Or
for what? Let's just show, man. Like let's.
It's something. It's giving you contact, bro. It's giving you contact. It's giving you game situation and game speed.
At 32 years old, Ray Lewis don't need game situation. Ray Lewis will go out there and play right now, man.
Again, I hear y'all. I don't need a Buffalo Bill having to be in Buffalo randomly, like in all season. If you want to train in LA or whatever, do that. I don't I don't need you mandatory you're going to be in Buffalo for 6 months or 3-4 months. You don't need to spend more time in that hellhole. Like, do you? But you should be having to check in with your coaches and the organization. Like, what are you doing training? Oh,
they post videos,
sit ups, squats, and pull ups. Well, that's not.
They gonna post a video, man.
AI.
We got AI videos now. See,
bro, where's the steal? That's fine. These cats ain't hitting the steal. It's clear. Like Larry Allen, my bad. Larry Allen from the Cowboys. We did about 45 reps and 225 on the bench. Cats ain't doing that these days, man. They probably do 45.
Who needs to do
Push-ups.
that other than offensive lineman? Who needs to do that anyway?
I'd like my running back to be able to do that when a blitzing linebacker coming, he can stone him right in the hole. Give my quarterback more time to throw, but running back position is not really a thing of importance here in Cincinnati, so I wouldn't expect you to understand.
Here we go, man.
All right, hey, so let's do this. So can we all agree that the favorites right now in the NFC would be Detroit, right?
No, absolutely not.
Who?
Absolutely not.
It's probably
What did
still
I tell y'all
San
last
Fran.
year?
It's probably still San Fran.
What did I tell y'all last year? Once again, Aiden Hutchinson's gone, but that Detroit's defense is not what we think they are.
So who would no? I'm asking you, who was? It's not about who if they're going to win a Super Bowl. I'm just asking, are they the favorites? Would you say they were the favorites in the NFC right now?
Well, to ESPN and y'all who not really looking at things closely.
You man, answer the question, yo.
Well, are they the favorites? It's not whether they're going to win it or not.
They are the favorites to the majority, to the mass.
Okay, so who would you say is the favorite to come out of to come out of the NFC? Not who's going to win it. Who's the favorite? Because I'm asking for
I got two teams.
Who?
Philadelphia and San Fran.
They're the favorites.
Philadelphia.
A healthy Philadelphia.
It's still San Fran.
San Fran, neither one of those teams have been healthy yet, so we haven't seen them at their full strength.
San Fran, like the Patriots, they just don't win the shit. Like they gonna be right there. They're gonna smoke and mirror their way all the way to wherever they gotta get to. They just don't win it.
So my follow-up question to that, the reason why I asked was, who are those teams that if we all had the consensus that it was Detroit that was the favorite, who was the favorite to actually knock them out? But you just gave me two of them, so it would be.
It's definitely not Philly.
Philly has everything you need. They got the guy at quarterback. They got two weapons. They got a good offensive line. They got a defense.
They got the guy at quarterback.
He's played in the Super Bowl. He scored points, not one field goal in the Super Bowl.
What's that?
Not one field goal. Y'all keep.
What you doing today? What you want? What you?
Let's not be confused by eye candy that Detroit's giving us. Yes, they have great weapons. Yes, they have one of the best play callers in the league. When it's time for that guy at quarterback to make a play that can't be designed by somebody else, do y'all trust Jared Goff? The answer is no.
Yeah, the answer is yes.
I don't necessarily.
We've seen him.
Here's my thing.
I've seen.
We've seen him not do it consistently. Y'all can tell me, oh, he went 18 for 18 passing. Cool. In the regular season.
Everybody not do it consistently.
Yeah, it's clearly Goff.
Brady.
Yeah.
Goff is not the only problem with Detroit. Do we still trust their defense?
It's been fairly decent this year. But my whole point was, who was the biggest threat? So you gave me San Francisco and Philly. You said you don't trust Goff. I don't necessarily. I don't necessarily. Well, here's the thing. I can say the same thing about both San Francisco and Philly, in my opinion, too. Because while Jalen hasn't looked like Jalen in 2 years. He's been.
He was okay. Full complement of weapons.
That's neither here nor there.
He got more weapons than all of them.
If he's that guy,
he got the most weapons.
If he's that guy, then you elevate that team regardless of whether you have those weapons or not. I say the same thing about Joe Burrow. If you're that guy,
he's not. I just told you, there's only one guy. I just told you, there's one guy.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Then I need that same smoke for Jalen Hurts team. I need that same smoke for him too.
Who's that one guy?
And then the same thing. But I would say the same thing about Brock Purdy too. Brock is now down, basically his best receiver. So how do we have respect?
Brock always down something.
Brock does not look like the same quarterback when he doesn't have.
He's always down something.
Brock always down something.
No, he's not.
He's always down something.
McCaffrey,
Debo's always hurt.
Debo hurt. Like Brock always down something, man.
Yeah, but that's my point. These quarterbacks getting $200 million. They need to divvy it up to the weapons that made them look like they $200 million quarterbacks. 10 points was scored opening day by the team on the bank.
I'm not.
And you keep saying the defense is terrible.
Let's go to AFC. Let's go to the AFC then. If we all believe Kansas City.
Hey, I gotta make a run, man, because this about to, I'm about to. This ain't about to end good. Go ahead.
KFC, not KFC. KC is
you're right. KFC, man.
Barbecue chicken. KC is the
Kansas
leader.
fucking City, man.
Obviously, they're the team to beat, right?
No.
And I think no. Everybody says everybody uses them as the standard, right? Everybody uses them as they're the team to beat. So who are those? Who is that team or teams that you sit there and say have the best chance of beating them, of dethroning them in the AFC?
Nope.
The Bengals.
Go ahead, Kurt. I got a team already in my head.
The team that's coming out the AFC,
Baltimore.
You can book it. Is the Baltimore Ravens. You can book it.
Man, what do you want to book, yo? I told you I had to make a run. I didn't even want to have to do this, man.
Go ahead. This is for you.
I didn't even want to have to do this, man.
How
you gonna say them out of everybody, yo?
Because my second team
Buffalo.
How
you gonna say these cats, man?
My second team is a sleeper. It's Houston.
What are you gonna beat them? 6-0?
That's literally that's the team I was actually taking. I was
Houston,
taking
Texas second.
I was taking Houston. But go ahead. Y'all can do a little Baltimore thing.
Listen, the difference in Baltimore. Harbaugh was he played mind games with the Chiefs week 1. He played mind games with them. He's like, this is how we gonna look. Derrick Henry is on 20 carries a game. What do you have against Kansas City week 1? Like 10?
Yeah, they got to beat them 6-0.
This year, Lamar, you ain't got to not run because people like Al think all you can do is run. You can hand the ball off to Derrick Henry and throw play action off that.
What's the reason
There's nobody on Kansas City that can cover Zay.
What's the reason why you're saying Cincinnati right now?
Because they proven to beat them. They have winning record. They beat them motherfuckers 3 times in a row, man. Twice
when
in
the last time they beat them?
Twice in a year.
This ain't the same.
When's the last time they beat them?
This dude, hold on, man. This dude bringing up Jalen Hurts from 3 years ago,
and I corrected him on that. Did I not?
Yeah, no. Yeah. Jalen Hurts did make the playoffs last year. Did the team on the bank? I'm just asking for a friend.
They didn't, but they got a history of beating them.
So they did.
They got a history of beating them.
Okay, they have a history of
when is the last time they beat them?
They beat them 3 in a row.
When's the last time when that happened?
Like 2 years ago.
Oh, like 2 years ago. Okay.
They beat them twice in the county.
And y'all defense is capable of stopping their offense?
They beat the Chiefs 3 games in a row, yo. That's enough right there. That's Burrow right there. They didn't prove they can beat them.
Y'all defense is capable of stopping Kansas City?
They beat them 3 in a row.
You gonna put Cam Britt or Dax Hill on
They beat them 3 in a row. They've proven that they can beat them. They've proven they can beat them. They've proven they can beat them, man. They've proven they can beat them. They beat them to go to a bowl. Ravens ain't did that. What the fucking mind games from Harbaugh all them years, man? They out there running around and shit.
Well,
like, come on, man.
So
Josh Allen beat them. Josh Allen had them beat a couple times. Like the Chiefs ain't really.
Yeah, you kind of just.
You know what I mean? Like they really ain't who we think they are, man. They who I think they are.
Ahead, so Kurt, Baltimore hasn't lost to y'all in ages.
Baltimore ain't beat nobody neither though.
Y'all, they beat y'all.
That's what you giving them credit?
In your hometown, yeah.
Are they a shitty team or is the Bengals shitty or good?
Listen, I'm not.
You gonna give Baltimore credit for being a shitty team?
I mean, we giving the Bengals credit for beating Carolina, so I don't.
I'm giving the Bengals credit for beating the great Patrick Mahomes 3 times in a row.
4 years ago.
3 years ago.
You moved it back.
Like
2 or 3. I don't even know what year this is. 2 or 3.
But
the Super Bowl year. But 2 years ago.
That was like 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
So I have a question for you though, Al. What's your issue still with giving Lamar Jackson credit? Is it just now playoffs, or I mean, has he done enough to
No.
get your respect? As
Has he
far
done?
as because I mean,
What's
he
enough
right
though?
because right now I would say, is he not the leading candidate, or at least one of the leading candidates to win a third league MVP right now?
No, man. Well, yeah, the way y'all add that shit up, I don't really. He got Geno Smith numbers, yo. I don't get it. Like that's like
That's
it's the same player,
70%
yo.
completion percentage, but that's
70% completion.
He just had
Goddamn
5 touchdowns. He
2
just
yard
threw
out.
5 touchdowns the other night. He just threw
He
5
throw,
touchdowns.
he got a 5 touchdown game, one every year, and then he won't throw for 300 yards the rest of the season. Like he won't win you a game, man.
He won't win you a game.
No, not with his arm. He won't. He'll throw 5 touchdowns one game and then win 42-20, and then the rest of the year he won't win another game with his arm, man. That's what he does. Like I watch him do. It's not even hate. Like I watch him.
I don't understand how you can say that.
Because it's the truth.
Well, he's led the league in touchdown passes one year. So you got to throw more than have more than one game where he threw more than 5 touchdowns.
You sure he led in touchdown passes or total touchdowns?
Passes.
Touchdown passes.
Led the league in touchdown passes one year. His first MVP season, he led the league in touchdown passes.
With 3,000 yards.
We haven't seen Burrow throw for 36 touchdown passes
with
Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
With 3,000 yards passing.
I'm just here's what I'm saying, bro.
Burrow also doesn't have multiple MVPs.
Here's what I'm trying
dude.
We know.
He got to beat you with his arm, man. He got to beat you with his arm. I just seen Burrow beat the Chiefs 3 times in a row with his arm, man. I've never seen Lamar beat anybody with his arm, yo.
Four Loco was still in business last time he did that.
Like you act like I'm making this shit up, yo. Like straight up.
I think what you do is I think you put Lamar in a box.
I don't put Lamar in a box. I put all quarterbacks in the same box. I need my quarterback to win me the game with his arm, man. That's it.
Okay,
that's your
did
job.
Joe Burrow win the Giants game with his arm, or was it with his leg? I'm just asking for a friend. My friend is he's confused. Did he beat the Giants with his arm?
One meaningless game in the middle of the season.
That wasn't meaningless.
Y'all lose that wasn't meaningless. You lose that, your playoff hopes is over.
Yeah, the season is over if y'all don't win that.
So I'm just asking for a friend. Did he in fact win the game with his arm, or was it with his leg?
His arm.
He won't let it go.
He won't let it go. And now
the Red Rifle used to win. No, you talking now? Okay, that's like Josh Allen, man. Did he win the game with his arm? Was like yeah, he might run around and do some shit like that.
Here's my point, though. Here's
prolonged drives and shit like that.
To take this off of Joe Burrow real quick. Josh Allen plays very similar to Lamar Jackson. Very similar. They are, but you never sit up there and say Josh can't beat you with his arm.
Because Josh beats you with his arm.
Lamar beats you with his arm. He doesn't. Now, mind you,
he had the Chiefs beat, man. Hold on. He had the Chiefs beat a couple times.
Had them beat and beating them is two different things.
The defense gave that shit up.
Lamar's never beat Pat in the playoffs either.
The defense.
I'm trying to be unbiased.
They lost 13 seconds, man. Like, come on, man.
So
here's what I'm saying though.
Lamar Jackson. Look up Josh Allen's throwing numbers. Look up his passing numbers. And look up Lamar's passing numbers.
He throws a lot more football.
That's what I'm telling you. That's beating you with your arm. That's what I mean by beating you with his arm.
So why does it matter how you win? Why does that matter? If you're winning football games, why does it matter how you win?
Because eventually, as a quarterback, you're gonna have to beat somebody with your arm. Period.
I feel like eventually you have to.
That's why he hasn't beaten anybody. That's why That's why he got a losing playoff record.
No. Because we all got on here correct me if I'm wrong, see. We all got on here last year. Me, Kurt, I don't know if you was on here, but I definitely believe Chris was on here. We ever got on here and said, literally, the reason why the Baltimore Ravens didn't win the football is because he didn't run. What? It wasn't Lamar Jackson.
That's my whole point.
It wasn't because he didn't throw the football.
That's my whole point. That's my whole point.
But you can't sit up there and
say
he
lost by throwing the football. That's not what I want with my quarterback. I don't ever want to say we lost the game because my quarterback had to throw. That's
Joe Burrow's biggest asset.
That's my
his
point.
Mobility to
That's my point.
buy time to make a big play.
That's my point though. They lost.
you take
You hear what you're saying? You hear what you're saying? You hear what you're saying?
3-4.
We lost the
Cincinnati's
game
3-4
because our
right now.
quarterback had to. We lost the game because the quarterback had to throw.
So Cincinnati, the Bengals are 3-4 right now. You feel like they're the biggest threat to the Kansas City Chiefs?
To the Chiefs, yeah, because they beaten the
They're 3-4.
Chiefs. They beat
Okay.
them. They had.
Years ago.
So who's the
They had
biggest
Baltimore
threat?
beat.
Who's the biggest threat to come in to come out the AFC then? Take the Chiefs out of it. Because who would you pick right now to come out the taking Cincinnati out of?
And the Chiefs out of them? Or leave the Chiefs in?
Leave the Chiefs in, but you don't necessarily have to go through the Chiefs to win a Super Bowl. Because that may happen.
Man, in no particular order, Chiefs, Buffalo, Houston. I'll add Baltimore if you want me to add Baltimore. I don't trust Baltimore. They don't win big games. They can't win a big game.
A team who I was on the fence about though.
Who's he went toe to toe with and beat, man? For it to mean something.
And I can't. And no, Buffalo's not an option. I'm like Buffalo's.
How are they not an option, yo?
The Steelers.
They go toe to toe with KC, man.
The Steelers.
How much do you trust Russell Wilson though, bro?
The Steelers are different.
A lot more than the guy that was before him. A lot more than the guy before him. That's the answer to that question.
Hold on. So do you trust this version of Russell Wilson? Do you trust him more than
Pittsburgh? Yeah.
Trust him more than
Pittsburgh? Yes. Listen, all he got to do is not be as bad as Kenny Pickett, and they win in 10 games.
That's it.
They're gonna make the play. They're gonna make the playoffs. I'm not debating.
Don't forget, I picked them to be second. Remember, I picked them second in the division. Don't forget that.
What was my hiccup though? My hiccup was the fact
we all picked them to be second.
No, you didn't.
Hold on. I didn't because I felt like they should have started Justin Fields. I felt like they should have, and they did. Now I think, and they went 4-2. Don't do that. They went 4-2. They went 4-2.
And Drake May already has more passing.
He did his job.
Justin Fields.
See, hold on.
How many rushing yards though? How many rushing yards?
How many rushing yards?
You just stepped right into that. You just stepped right into that.
You stepped right
into it. See,
but
oh my God, you just stepped right into
it.
Oh my God.
See, that's my whole point.
Depending on who we talking about. Right. All right. Anyway, but getting back to Pittsburgh, Al, we here. We here, Al.
I'm just trying to figure out.
It wasn't even 30 seconds, bro.
It wasn't even 30 seconds, yo.
Just wrong.
Now, as far as Pittsburgh goes, I think Justin Fields gave them 4 wins that I didn't see them getting. So I think Pittsburgh, and ultimately, I think Pittsburgh, because of how bad the AFC is, I think Pittsburgh obviously gets into the playoffs. Now,
how good is the NFC?
The NFC is worse than the AFC. Like I said, it's been a lot of bad football. Surprisingly, it's been some really bad football.
It's not surprising, guys. There's bad quarterbacks
I don't trust
throughout
Pittsburgh.
the league.
I don't trust Pittsburgh at all. I don't trust, but not with Russell Wilson at quarterback.
I trust him more with Russell Wilson than that runner.
Hey, we differ on that. We already know that. We differ on that.
What are you talking about?
Hey, leave it alone.
Hey, man.
Leave it alone, Al.
Listen.
I'm gonna mute myself. I'm muting myself. Here, man.
You know why? You know why you need to mute yourself? One guy gets 5 touchdown passes and no interceptions. The other guy takes 4 games to get 5 touchdown passes.
Whatever.
They're not the same.
Whatever, dude.
They're not the same.
Whatever, bro. You muted yourself, Al.
I'm about to mute. All right, I'm back muted.
5 touchdowns in 1 game, 5 touchdowns in 4 games.
Bro, we on an hour and 30 minutes. We got so much content we still got to get into. You want to do picks for the day real quick before we get off?
Fly Eagles fly. That's the only pick I'm gonna give y'all.
Philly over Cincinnati, right?
No T. Big problems for
huge problem. But I mean, it's we'll see. I mean, I'm still not all that settled on Philly's second. In my opinion,
it's better than last year. Yosha dude is not gonna do nothing.
No, I think today you'll see more of what Joe did. I forget what it was. I think it was game 2 where he really fed his tight ends. So look for a big day from Alex All. Look for if they win, it'll be because of
Eric
this
All,
Ian
bro.
All.
He's
Oh,
a
whatever his
Cincinnati
name,
kid. He's from
whatever his
Cincinnati.
name is. I apologize. Look for a day from him. Matter of fact, I need to put that on my ticket. Eric All and Mike Gesicki. Those two guys should play well. It won't be Yoshi Bosch. It won't be Yoshi Bosch, but that's who they'll lean on.
You're right, because Philadelphia refuses to get a linebacker. So you are right about that.
So yeah, that's who you'll be looking at to fill in for T today. But I think Philly
is Buddy gonna be patient enough, or is he gonna scramble around and try to throw it?
He did it in the second game of the season. That was actually probably the most impressive game, and even in a loss that I felt like I've seen from Joe Burrow, being able to go away from having to depend on T Higgins and Jamar Chase, because he spread the football around. So we'll see if he do it today.
If Sweet Lou out here playing man to man with AJ Brown,
he's not.
It's gonna be a long day.
He's not. He's not gonna do that, but it won't matter because Cam Taylor Britt is that bad. He's that bad. I've been trying to tell Bengal fans that for years now. He's terrible. My other Michigan man is pretty bad too. Well, he's young and improved. But if y'all had Joe, y'all would not be talking down like y'all do. I have no questions about Drake May. Drake May's
That's a fact. That's a fact, yo.
He's throwing to nobody. He's already answered the questions that I typically pose to quarterbacks.
Guys,
how good are you when you don't
have y'all would take Burrow in a heartbeat, man. You would take Burrow in a heartbeat.
Memory lane. Joe looked like this. Like it wasn't all cottontails and sweet meat out here. It was. It looked like
man,
this.
hey, I gotta go.
He wasn't like
I
this.
Gotta go on the sweet meat, man.
He wasn't like that. He wasn't
like
that.
Joe was.
Hold on. Who is ass? Who ass? Who ass? Who we talking
about? Motherfucker say sweet meat. Hey, I do gotta make him run though.
All right, bro.
It was good to see y'all, man.
We about to get off here in a minute.
Yeah, good to see y'all, man. Peace out, everybody. Bengals 24-17, man.
Yeah, Taylor Britt is bad. I've been trying to tell you.
You're not gonna act like Joe came out
just because he hit. Just because he's a corner who can hit, y'all get excited over that. But anyway, we're gonna get off of here. We back on what, Wednesday? See, we're gonna try to aim for Wednesday.
I think Wednesday. Yeah, we're gonna shoot for Wednesday.
We're gonna shoot for Wednesday. Thank you for everybody for being patient with us. We are back at this again. Woodward Hughes season's over. We're gonna talk about a little bit about that this year. So we got a whole lot more time to get into some hot topics. But we love y'all. We out for the day. Peace.